I really need to start working out if I'm gonna vlog with this camera. Hello, my internet friends.
You should use that thing.
Oh yeah. One sec. Hello, friends. Today we are going to be doing something that I've been meaning to do for a very long time. So I'm gonna back it up. Beep, beep. We are going to be cleaning out this gosh darn closet. And it is our, like, put everything closet. I call it our linen closet, but it contains much more than linens.
Oh my God!
How did you get in there? So if you are looking for some organizational tips and you want to listen to a girl who just did a morning show and was up at 3 a.m. and will probably and likely say silly things but get the job done, this is the video for you. Give me your top organizational tip.
Throw it out.
One of the more annoying parts about our apartment is that we have this beautiful runner, but in order to actually get into this closet, we have to like push the runner aside and then open the door. And this is the unorganization that lies ahead. So I think I'm just going to remove said runner for a moment's time and then put it back down once we are done with our job. I've never opened this door fully. Did you notice this door opens this wide?
Yeah.
You did? First and foremost, before you start cleaning anything, the number one tip that you'll get on every single cleaning and organizational video ever on YouTube is probably and likely take everything out. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm excited to find some random things in there, I'm not gonna lie.
You're messy.
I just filmed chatting to you guys, but it was in manual focus. I was saying though, is I have done 80% of this closet so far, emptying it out, which is great. But sometimes when you get in an organizational mood, you will just start and then not even think about anything else. Eating, go to the bathroom, listening to something, and normally I would throw on a podcast. So I am now going to throw on a podcast. I've been listening to Lily Pebbles and the Anna Edit at home with Lily and Anna, and I've absolutely been loving it. And if you need organizational vibes, Anna Edit is a great place to start. And also the next step after you take everything out is to create a plan, because I've found that organizing in the past, when I don't actually create a plan, I end up just kind of like putting everything back in the exact same space, minus maybe a couple of things. And I've already seen a couple of things that I'm like, one, didn't know I had this, two, we have too many of these, or these are broken and we don't need these, or these could be stored somewhere else. And Scotty has a really great tip for organization in a small space, but I will save that and hopefully we can get him over here to share that in like a quick sec. So pop in a podcast, start making a plan, have you guys with us. Just easier to talk to you guys when we are in here. So we've pulled everything out. Like I already said, I also vacuum the bottom. It's really important that if you have shelves or anything like that, everything that you're putting back in there is clean. Like don't go half a mile and not vacuum out those corners, because everything you're putting back there is just going to look so much better and like feel so much fresher if you do that. So that's a pretty much no-brainer, duh. I want to show you the mess that I've made. So this is the mess. The calm before the storm. We've got blankets over here, we've got light bulbs and stuff over there, we've got everything over here. So there's clearly so much more in that unit than we actually need. One of the things I absolutely, I hate so much about that closet is the fact that the shelving is grates. It grates on my nerves. And I was thinking, how could I like hack DIY this so that I don't have to install new shelves but I don't have this like grate thing, because when you're just putting shampoo and stuff on there, they fall over and it just gets so ridiculously unorganized. So I think what we're gonna do is we are going to go to Michael's or a hardware store, and we're gonna get little like thin plywood shelves or like just boards, and then put it on top of those grates and see what happens. So let's try that. This is what I'm talking about. Like if you put a thing of shampoo there, it's just gonna like fall over. It's the worst. But I can make myself a little like corner store, like hanging stuff on it. Is this in focus? We can only hope that a G Master can autofocus quickly. So what we have done is organize all of the things in the closet. I was gonna go out and find that plywood that I was just talking about, but I wanted to just make sure that we can organize all this because I don't want to have to go out twice. I also want to go to Solutions because it would be way easier if all of the cleaning supplies was like in a bucket and you could just pull it out. Organizational wise, that would be great. Take it to the next level, label everything. So yeah, we have started to figure out what we want to do with the shelving units, organize everything within it, and now it's time to actually make the plan, and then we'll go out and get that stuff. So I liked having cleaning supplies down there. Up here, it's up for debate. That could be toilet paper, paper towels. Up here, it was kind of nice having more of that like general store vibe of shampoos and towels for like your hands and stuff like that. We could probably put like bath towels down there as well. And then up here, more of that like cleaning supplies type of vibe.
I planned this out on my iPad on Procreate before getting started. So I drew out the 4 shelves and I started to kind of decide what would make sense to go where. Now this isn't a hard and fast rule, but down towards the bottom of the cabinetry, obviously you're going to want to have the heaviest stuff. So we've got our paint, we've got our tools, that's for sure going there. Above that, you want to have things that you really need accessible. So we've got toilet paper, we've got towels, and hand towels as well. I think both of these things end up being that way. Now, next up on that 3rd level, I was thinking more lifestyle. So wrapping, cards, gifts, toiletries spelled in a weird way, all of the extras. And at the very top, there are some things that we don't need to access a ton, so that's bedding and then cleaning.
So let's go get all the stuff. Scott's probably like, oh my gosh, this woman, she just left all of this stuff all out and hasn't cleaned it at all one bit. So I'm excited to get that all cleared up and organized for him too. Mask on. So I had this awesome guy help me, and I ended up getting these, 4 of these, and they're spruce, he said. I was like, I don't know, I just the cheapest one. And they're nice and thin, so I'm gonna get the lumber guys to cut it. To say we've got wood, but then I was like, oh. So I've got all 4 of them. They were cut. That man was so nice. I'm not gonna lie, he did not charge me for those cuts. Thank you, sir. Still cute wearing a mask. Also at one point, a bobby pin, I had to adjust it, and I tried to like do this with my mask on. Just another limiting factor of what you can and cannot do whilst keeping the public safe from your germs. Now so I've actually found, I found this little organizer inside of Lowe's, but I want to go to Solutions because I think that if I do get any organizers, one, they're pretty expensive, so I want to see like a broader range of organizers and bins, and 2, if I'm gonna get a bunch of them, I want them all to match. So let's go check it out. Just made it home. Crouch down, Bria. Just made it home. Made this here chicken noodle soup. Do you have those days where you are organizing, you start a project, you gotta run all around and you just do not eat? That's me. But some exciting stuff. I got everything I needed. I ended up not being able to go to, I ended up not being able to go to Solutions because they were closed, and the one that was open was really far away. So then I ended up going to Walmart and I found some of these bins, which are really cute. And I found some of these bigger bins. I just got 2 of those. And I also, this is actually kind of exciting, and I feel like I wouldn't have gotten this if I went to Solutions. I also got this sticky paper because I was thinking, I really like the wood, but I was going to paint it to like smooth it out. But what if I just added the sticky paper and then I would be 100% sliver free? So I might sand this outside and then add this, but not until I'm done my suit. Also, as a side note, obviously I had my mask on the whole time, but oof. Oh man, like being outside in and out of stores, like with that mask on, just makes me appreciate all of the healthcare workers and all of the frontline workers that are working every single day and have to wear a mask for like a full 14-hour shift or 12-hour shift or even 8-hour shift or any type of length of period, because it honestly just drains you. Like it just takes the energy right out of you. But it is so important that we wear a mask right now. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you if you're listening right now. Like, you to mom, I love you so much. If I could make you a chicken noodle soup right now, I would.
This adhesive paper on the plywood ended up turning out better than I could have imagined, better than I had just thought up this DIY. Honestly, I was flying by the seat of my pants today just coming up with this on the fly. So adhesive paper was a great choice versus painting, because then you don't have that chance of getting slivers, and all of your items that go on there are going to be on a clean and smooth surface. Now, I highly suggest that you use a scraper just like this. Go nice and slow, start in the corner. I didn't end up with any bubbles on the flat surface, and I basically just had to fold over those edges. Now, this is one of the boards that I only did one side, and 2 of them I did both sides. So I will be telling you that in a moment's time. But look, it looks quite legitimate. This is one of the ones that goes on the bottom 2 shelves. I end up having to lift the one above it so that I could fit it in, and it really fit well. I decided to create a little lip over top of the front. So it was 16 inches from the back to the front of the original shelf. So I got them cut at 16.5. So I had that little lip, so you didn't really have any of the bottom shelf showing beneath it. I love it.
I'm really proud of this project so far. So this is what it looks like. We grabbed that paper and I have completed all 4. I got so lucky, like the roll just ran out when I finished the top one. The thing that I did though is on this one, and yeah, just on the top 2 where you have the potential of like seeing the bottom of the actual shelf, that's where I put it, like on the top and the bottom. And on these two bottom shelves, I'm so thrilled with myself that I did not cover them fully. So 2 mainly on one side, 2 that were fully wrapped, because you just don't need to waste that paper on the bottom anyways. So what I think I've decided to do now that I have had some soup, I'm gonna make a tea, and I'm just going to organize all of this stuff, go through it all, and then I'm just gonna show you guys the end result and give you a little tour of the closet, because I think that will be the most beneficial for everyone involved.
Whilst putting everything back in, it was helpful to have Scotty at home just in case there were things that were his, or we were contemplating something. Just to ask that extra question helped us purge a little bit more than if I was on my own.
I feel like one of the things that I need to figure out is I got these smaller bins, and I think I get a little like bin happy at the beginning without figuring out what I actually want to go in here. So I'm gonna just basically assess like what makes most sense to go in here, because I would like to use the bottom of that bigger bin for some of the cleaning supplies, just to keep that all together. So bin decisions.
The final result, I am so pleased with how this turned out. Having all the bedding at the top made a lot of sense, and then in through the interior, the 2 middle shelves were primarily things, and they should be things that you use often. So the cleaning supplies, the toilet paper, extra toiletries, and I actually ended up creating so much space that I was able to even put fitness gear in there. So we found space and we made it work.
Okay, so this is the final result. At the top, we've got duvets, pillowcases, blankets. In the middle, it's all about the cleaning supplies, and then I also have like the party supplies that we've got, and all this is like all full of candles that we have. So everything's in one place, including all of our laundry stuff. And then here we've got light bulbs, batteries, a few little fitness things, and then this is all kind of cards, wrapping, and any extra kind of toiletries that we've got going on, as well as a universal charger. And down here it's toilet paper, main towels, tea towels, any of our kind of machinery that we've got. So this is our heater named Hector the heater, as well as our steamer and our little Coleman lamp. And we have that just in case we ever need it in case of an emergency. And then down towards the bottom, it's all of our paint supplies. In that little pink thing, it's all of our brushes and everything that we need to paint, as well as all of our just overflow use stuff, and then our toolbox. And this is like a bucket that we use in case we need to clean something, or honestly, it's our barf bucket. So that's just getting real.
This looks great.
Thanks! So, Beaberoni, what is the tip?
My tip? I don't know why we didn't do this. Because at your old place, you had such a high bed and you would put stuff underneath it. So then I was just thinking, we should do that with our bed.
It's so
Don't
hard
have
to
as much
lift when
space.
you're on it.
We don't have as much space, but we do have wooden slats. It's an IKEA bed, but we have room to just put like loose knickknacks and stuff. So Monica's closet is under our bed.
Monica's closet?
Wow, baby, you not getting a friend
Oh, wow. Yeah,
That's
that's
how tiny you
actually so true.
You're messy.
One question though, just can you name a couple things that we put under there?
Like winter blankets, some like seasonal stuff. Like we had a throw pillow that was like holiday themed. We put some of our board games that we just didn't have places for. And then also we have like an emergency supply of just water, just in case anything ever happens. So just put that under the bed because that was literally taking up so much space.
You're so great.
Thanks, babe.
All right, so that's that. That is our organized closet. That took me all day, but I am so pleased how those shelves turned out. And it was quite easy. I think the key was having that scraper to make sure there were no bubbles, and then as well just assessing, you know, which side of those boards that we were gonna do. It was so easy as well just to go to the hardware store. I ended up going to Lowe's. I'm sure you could go to really any hardware store just to get those shelves measured because that wire shelving is the worst. It's so annoying. I get that it's like clean and a builder's kind of basic, but it's the worst. And this was like a cheap way just to get this all DIY'd in one day and get it all organized. I hope you guys liked this video. I had a lot of fun organizing our little place. It's one of the things that I love to do, even on a day after a morning show. And I would so appreciate if you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell to get all notifications for whenever I release a video, because I'm looking around here and we got some more organizing to do, so there will certainly be some more videos just like this. The bathroom, guys, that is next. That needs a serious organization. So I hope that you're all doing well, and it's so great to have you here. And of course, we'll see you in my next video. Bye!